I've gotten to a point in life where I genuinely don't know what I want to do with it. And I know I'm not alone in this. Like, I'm approaching 29. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people in my age group that have the same exact feelings that I do. But, like, I feel so guilty for it. You know? I have a decent apartment, I have a wife, I have a kid on the way. Like, these are all things that are objectively and definably good. But like as far as like my personal life, I still don't have a clue what I want to do with it. I mean, growing up, I was in gifted and talented, and what that meant is that I was a bright kid who had the world ahead of him, and teachers looked so forward to see my progress throughout life. But let's get down to the matter of facts. I dropped out of college, and now I work two jobs to barely be able to get ends meet. This is like the baseline facts, if you will. And the fact of the matter is that I feel stuck. I'm sure a lot of people feel stuck, but I genuinely feel stuck. I've had a lot of delusions about stuff that I want to do. I've wanted to be a teacher. I actually just enrolled in college, but like at the end of the day, I figured that the student loan wouldn't be worth it because I didn't want to be in debt. And so I opted out of it. I didn't want to be in debt, and there's no way to just willy nilly go and afford college. Like, nobody just goes out and buys college. And part of me feels a little guilty. Like, I don't know if like maybe there was a deep part of me that just really didn't think I could do it. Maybe fear of success. I don't know. I don't know why I did it, but I I just I feel like there's something more out there. Like, life can't just be clocking in, go to work, come home, be with family, clock, go back to work, come home, be with family. And a simple man would appreciate that. There's plenty of people that would appreciate how simple life really is. And that's where like all the guilt stems from. It's like I should be happy. Like I should have have a jubilance of life within me, but I don't feel satisfied. And I feel so guilty for that. Like, I may not be a teacher or anything, but like I want to do something that I enjoy. I don't want to just slave away for wages for companies that I don't really care about. Like, I truly and deeply don't care about my jobs, and that's depressing to say. Like, if you're making a living, it should be something that you care about, and I genuinely don't. And like, not for the boohoo me type of shenanigery. I know that there's a lot of people that feel the same, and they're working at Wendy's, and they're working, retail, and it's shit that they're not passionate about. But damn it, like, I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to help the youth. Hell, I've wanted to do, YouTube or Twitch or just talk about games. Like, I love games. That's one of my passions. I love games. I love books. I love media. I love storytelling. Like, all that stuff that I'm passionate about. But I feel so like genuinely defeated in ever doing anything creative. Like, I'm a practical guy. I do this as a hobby. Like, this is fun for me. Like, this isn't some get rich quick scheme. I don't expect to make bukus of millions of dollars. That's not what I expect out of like YouTube or Twitch. Because the fact of the matter is, like, I have what, 63 subs on YouTube, and I have, on average, one viewer on Twitch, and that's Saribot, by the way. That's not an actual person. That's just my bot that keeps the spam people from riddling me with "get viewers here." And the fact of the matter is, like, it's sad to admit, but I kind of miss them. Like, I didn't get any interaction on streams, and so I kind of miss the spam bots. At least they would, like, there was some that would pretend to be a person and talk to you for a little bit before they started their hustle. And I've been so passionate about videos that I've been doing this for 6 years, and like, I'm not getting anywhere, but like, it's fun. It's fun. It's a hobby. A guy's got to have a hobby. And, so that's what this is. So I don't know if I can ever make that work professionally, though it's something that I would love to do. Hell, I would love to do volunteer work, help join the Peace Corps, help out people around me, help out society, help the homeless. But there's no money in that. Like, you can't make a living off of that. To make a living, you literally have to sell your entire body, your mind, everything. You have to sell it to a corporation at an hourly rate. And that hourly rate is sometimes $15 an hour, $15.50 an hour, even $19 an hour, $20 an hour, and these wages aren't livable. Like, I put in 62 hours of work this week just to get by, and that sucks. For that's 62 hours of doing stuff that I don't care about. So, what does one do in a situation like this? Like, some might say go to college, but I don't want the debt. I don't want college debt looming over my head. I have enough bills already, and it's not something that I want to have to deal with. And like, I know a lot of other people they have college debt, and not to like put anyone down for like taking on that debt, but like, I'm trying to dig myself out of a hole. At this point, like, I want to provide a good life for my wife, for my kid. I want to be someone that my kid can look up to. And, is my kid going to look up to someone who, sells cellular devices or guards a factory? Like, that's not something that I'm proud of. It's just what I do to get by. And I'm genuinely clueless on how to change it. I think, like, a lot of times people get complacent, and I don't want to be complacent. Like, I want hard growth. I want growing pains. But the fact of the matter is like, in a world of like 10,000 possibilities, like, what the hell do you do to succeed? Like, this creative stuff, I feel, is pretty much cooked at this point, because like, AI is just rampant. Like, you can go onto Reddit, you can go onto YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Like, AI has infected every crevice of the internet. So what was already hard for creators to make, like, to make a living or to genuinely succeed, like, that shit's gotten even more harder. Like, for someone to find you and discover what you're doing on any platform creatively, I don't know how to say that, but for someone to find you, like, for you to find this video, you either have to be one of the 62 people that are subscribed, or you got to go through the algorithm. And the algorithm means that there's going to be, so many different AI videos. There's stuff to do about it. You got to search engine optimize. You got to make a pretty thumbnail. You got to do all that stuff. And like, I don't mind doing that. That's part of the process. Like, that's fun to me. But the fact of the matter is, like, my expectations are realistic. I know that this isn't something that I can do for a living, but I want to do something. Anything that like helps the world around me. And I genuinely feel like a fuck up, honestly. Like, I'm living a life that's disingenuine to what I want. I work, come home, work, come home, work, come home. And I know that's probably going to change when the kid comes. Like, I expect things to change in a fact that I'll be more proud of, being able to raise my child and provide for my family, and I'm grateful for it. Like, I don't mean to feel like some bitter old man that's angry about life. I don't mean to come off as that way. But it's heartbreaking, because other than doing silly little videos or going to college and becoming a teacher and incurring massive amounts of debt, or, I don't know of any other way to like serve the public. Like, I want a career that is service for sure. Like, I want my being alive to be of value to society. I don't want to work for corporations and to drive profit, but that's where all the money is. Like, you cannot survive while doing charity work. You can't survive doing that. It's not a way that you can live your life unless you've already like backed up your funds and you already had a game plan. You made investments, and you can at that point live as a philanthropist and actually, you know, be someone who contributes in a deeper meaning to the world around you. And that's genuinely what I want to do, but like like I said, I'm realistic. It's just, it's heartbreaking because I know that there's so many other people out there that feel the same way. Just people that live their 9 to 5 lives, come home to their significant other, and like that should be enough, right? That should be enough for the simple man. That area is dark. I don't wanna go there. But like, it's heartbreaking. Like, what does one do when you're approaching 30? Like, in 2 years, less than 2 years, I'll be 30. Big 30. Old man Jenkins over here, shitting his britches and whatnot. But, you know, I'm going to be in my 30s. That's crazy to think about. It feels like yesterday I was 17. I was I was hopeful about something, and maybe I'm just depressed. Maybe this is a mental health thing. Maybe I wanted life to turn out a little better than it has. Maybe it's the freaking economy. Maybe it's the state of the union right now. It just feels like life is hopeless, and change is even more hopeless. And I it feels bad to admit this. I had a whole script for this planned out, but I genuinely didn't want to read off a script. I just wanted to talk and kind of vent about what I'm feeling, because I mean, this can't be everything there is to life, right? There's got to be more out there. It's not just this 9 to 5 bullcrap. Like, how does one contribute meaningfully to society? I mean, I can take myself back to a few years ago. We had a hurricane, and I went around town and I was helping people get supplies or giving people rides and various stuff like that. And that felt good. That felt great. I mean, I didn't really have the gas to do it. I was broke as fuck at the time, but hell, I mean, it was just what I felt good doing. Like that was something. I mean, it feels a little bit selfish to think about it this way, but like helping others makes me feel good because I can justify my existence in some sort of form or fashion. And if I'm not doing that, then like, what am I doing? Is, I mean, even to a point like playing video games, like, is this really helping anybody? Is this doing anything for the general world? And I know everyone's got to have an outlet. Like, you got to have hobbies and stuff like that. Like, you can't just you, be out in the world running that 9 to 5 and not have anything else going on. But it's almost impossible to break free from the chains that quite literally bind you to a meager lifestyle. And I don't want anything flashy. Like, I don't want these $1 million cars or $1 million homes. But I would like to be able to, buy groceries and afford having a kid and be comfortable. I don't want to be, I don't want to wonder where I'm going to get money to get diapers. I don't want to have to wonder how I'm going to get groceries for the house, or how I'm going to have to do some sort of side hustle to improve my state of living just by a fraction of a percent. I remember when I had cataracts, it was the most disheartening thing to have to raise money to get cataract surgery. I'm 27 years old. Like, I shouldn't have had to have cataract surgery. But the fact of the matter is, like, I'm diabetic. I'm gonna need. I didn't know it for a few years. I had a lot of nerve damage, and I developed cataracts, and it messed up my mouth. And there's a lot of shit that I still have to have done. But it took 4 years to save up for cataract surgery and actually restore my vision. 4 years of saving and grinding and saving and grinding. Is that really what we're supposed to be grinding for? Basic health care? I don't know, like, how you can sit back and call yourself comfortable when the world is in the state that it is. It's just, it's quite abysmal, if you ask me. It's a constant grind, just to stay not ahead, but just to keep up, just to be at a baseline. It's a constant grind. You can't falter. You can't have a sick day. You can't do anything like that, because if you do, you fall down the totem pole. You lose your apartment. You get your car impounded. And it's just stupid. It's stupid, and I don't know what I want to do with my life. That's the depressing part of it all. Like I said, I want to be good. I want to do something that's worth my time. I would love for that something to be something creative, but you know, I'm realistic. Like, BFFR, weenie, BFFR, man. You gotta pick something and do it fast, because, you know, I mean, 28 today, 30 in 2 years, 40 in 10 years. It's time is going to constantly change. Like, time's not going to wait. And I don't know how I'm going to utilize the time that I have to become something that I want to be without incurring debt. Hold on, let me take care of this guy. But without incurring debt or anything like that, it's so hard to make a change. I don't know where I'm even getting with this, but I'm sure there's people out there that can relate.
I'm not scared of you.
I'm sure there's people out there that can relate. And it's just, this video is more of a venting of frustrations. I know that, you know, give it a little time and I'll figure it out. But I mean, it's just today, I was feeling a little bit low about it today, because I genuinely don't know. And I mean, I have ADHD. So the problem with having an ADHD brain is that you're always thinking. You're always dreaming. And like I said before, that just makes me feel guilty, because I have all these ideas in my head, the stuff that I want to do, but I never follow up with. That's depressing. That's depressing for a mind that's always thinking and a body that's never doing. It creates some sort of like stasis within your mentality, and it just eats away at you. I have a buddy, and he made these wonderful, beautiful characters. And I was talking with him one day. He's an artist, and I was talking with him one day when I saw these characters that he was making, and we developed like a concept for a TV show. And God bless his heart, we really want to make this TV show, and it's really like a pipe dream, just something to keep our minds occupied. I mean, it feels like a pipe dream. I genuinely believe that he's probably going to be able to make it. Like, he's going to be able to make that shit. And I think he's going to be successful, but because he has the drive to do it. Like, the dude's talented. He works hard. He works hard for the talent that he has, and it's just such a genuinely good concept of an idea. And what he has so far is just so genuinely good. But, you know, I don't know if I have the guts to do something like that, to follow through with a dream that I want. I don't know if I have the rigid, constitution to constantly be on that grind. Shut up. Back up, buddy. I'm talking here. But I just don't know if I have that fortitude to keep on grinding while also having to pay bills, to live life, get groceries, food. It's it's hard. It's fucking hard when, there's stuff I need to be devoting my time to, like, working to get healthcare, working to get my teeth fixed, working to provide for my kid, working to keep up the house. It's it's daunting. It's scary. And I mean, I have been working at doing the stuff that I want to do. I've worked on editing videos. I've worked on making content. I've worked on doing art. I've worked on writing a lot. I've done a shit ton of writing since I started my new job at nights, where I can just sit down and kind of have the place to myself because I'm a guard and the whole place is empty. So I'm just constantly either writing or drawing, and it's so nice to actually sit there and be able to do something creative and actually take the time to do something for me. And I'm thankful for that aspect of, where I work, that I can take little pieces out of the day and do that sort of stuff to help foster my mental state and to feel like I'm at least doing something. And I've written out scripts for the cartoon. I just feel kind of embarrassed to talk to him about it or do anything like that because, that's his baby. I don't want to impose on anything, and but it's good writing practice. I write a lot of YouTube scripts. I'm not using it now, as you can see. I'm stumbling over my words, but I do a lot of like art practice. Not that I'm going to be an artist or anything. It's just genuinely fun for me. But like all this creative stuff that I'm doing, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And like I said, AI is just flooded algorithms everywhere. It's infected the minds of everyone around like it's the hot new thing. And it's so disheartening to actually try it, this type of stuff, and see people doing AI things and they just succeed. Like they get lucky, they get a big break, and like, I mean, I'll josh on them a little bit. Like, it's garbage. It's slop, but it's getting better. And already, if you wanted to do anything like this and be someone who does YouTube or anything creative, like it's already a grind. It's a slog. There's a lot of talented, beautiful people in this world, and they were all clamoring up for the top spot, fighting each other, fighting the algorithms just to take that top spot on the totem pole and actually get recognition and do something that they love. And now, not only is it having to fight with other people that are better than you, might not they might not be better than you. They might be lucky. They're either better or they're luckier than you, or a combination of both. That was already a grind before you had AI literally injecting so much bullcrap, so much slop in between all the actual creators that love the craft. All that AI slop in between makes it so much harder for people to discover the stuff that actual people love creating, the people that are just doing it for the game of creation. And I don't want to be someone that's constantly focused on monetizing their stuff. I just want to do it because I love it, but I also want to make a positive impact on the world. I don't know. I feel like I've said a whole lot of nothing, but it's just one of those things I wanted to get off my chest. I mean, if you feel anything like that, if you're still watching and you feel anything like this, let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff. It's typically not videos like this, but I mean, some shit had to be said. Thank you for watching. I'm Ultimate Weenie. I hope y'all have a great day.
And I had all the trimmings of being a nerd, but I never felt the push to do the work. Oh yeah, I know I'm not a dummy, but I'm still confused. So I spend all of my time inside